In every loss, adoption being one of those, there will be grief present. Oftentimes in working with a woman, I'll prepare them beforehand by saying that this is going to be very similar emotionally to the loss of a family member. The actual process is different. It's not a final goodbye when you choose adoption, so that's different, but the emotions are very similar.
I think the definition of grief is really different for everyone because everyone processes things differently as far as when they're grieving, but it's a very normal process to go through during, an adoption plan or after, placement. You're going to have feelings of sadness, you're going to have feelings of guilt, but I think with the right counseling support and, processing with your support system, grief subsides.
The biggest difference in how you define grief is that it has an end point. It does get better, whereas depression lingers past what we would consider a normal grief process.
I think depression is different from grief because it affects your daily life. Obviously, there's going to be feelings of depression for anyone at some point when they're grieving, but I think when the depression persists and it affects your ability to function, it's hard to get out of bed, you don't want to talk to anyone, there's a significant change in your personality and your daily life, that's when it's important to really be seeking help, whether it's counseling support, sometimes people need, medication support. Those are things that you'll want to be really open with, and also educating your support system or people who are around you to recognize those symptoms and know maybe when it's time for you to get some additional help.